Hi there, Divine Feminines. Thanks so much for tuning in. We are going to get into a general reading for the Divine Feminine. If you are still confused, or if you're trying to figure out which role you play in the current energy, I hope this video will be able to help you and better situate yourself as such, so that you can finally get in, so that you can get to the right path, all right? For success. Okay, so this is a general reading though, so if it does not resonate, don't be discouraged. If it does, awesome. So it should be past energy if it does. Makes sense. So let's all buckle down and understand knowledge that's flowing through. It's not just about understanding how I speak, it's understanding if it's been activated or not. I hope that makes sense. So because it's a general reading, please follow the description box below if you would like to book a personal reading. Thank you so much, everyone, for all your personal donations, all the love and support, the checking up on me. I've made some really good friends through this profession and this journey. I'm so grateful. Again, thank you, Morph team, and for the likes, comments, and subscribes. I really appreciate it. Oh, yeah. Let's keep going. Pardon my speaker. Okay. So let's go ahead and get into it. The cards are pre-shuffled, but you guys do know that I like to pre-shuffle again, because whoever is tuning in, I would like the message to be as prompt as it can be. Okay, so guys, again, thank you for all the love and the support. Thank you for sticking by me. Okay, it's a tough times for a few of us right now, ladies and men, so ladies and gentlemen. So it's, I really appreciate those who don't feel like when the going gets rough, meaning when it's time to fight for something that isn't supposed to be labeled as corny, but something that's the ultimate being, love. When you can love someone, means that there's a love in yourself that has been shown and presented to the light. Okay, so I really do appreciate when the respect is mutual, where the collaboration is very much intact. Okay, so I do appreciate that. I do appreciate the collaboration and the vulnerability, but the determination, okay, to find love and have love. And if it's so hard for you to get the love that you so desire, what's the problem, okay? And that's what we want to understand. So whatever spirit wants us to know right now about the Divine Feminine's current energy, we are going to figure that out, okay? Figure out what we need, what we have, what we lack. We'll uncover the story. So if we're ready to go, let's go. For the Divine Feminine's current energy, first we have the Devil. So our past reading for that was also the Devil. So most likely it means that the majority of us have not watched that video, or when we watched it, the majority of us still haven't made any changes. Okay, it seems like some of us, when we see the Devil card, or when we know that we have sin in us, we're kind of like, oh, that's inevitable, that's this, that's that. But when we're going after a certain goal and we're on a certain path, exactly what keeps us bound and chained, exactly what keeps us in this energy, is more clear than ever than just having a curse word or a few in your vocabulary, wearing booty shorts and clothes that can make the brother struggle. Do you understand? You can see clearly to why you are in this element, where there's two people chained and bound to one another. Does that make sense? So, as I said, the last reading was in this Devil energy. It's not narrowing down to a Capricorn. Some of us could be dealing with a Capricorn, but I guarantee you they're not what's keeping you in that Devil energy. It doesn't correlate. But let's stay on task. So the majority of us Divine Feminines are still in this negative energy. It's a negative outlook. It's a lack of spirituality. It's being like atheist, for an example, or people who say they don't believe anything, but that word is pretty strong and profound to negative beliefs at the end of the day. It's believing in negativity. It's living in negativity. It's living in this. That means that even when your light is on physically, like the light that I have on, you are still orchestrating in the dark. Okay? So it means that everything that you do and everything that you want, everything that you see forth, is still under the tunnel. Okay? So of darkness. So you got to watch out for that, Divine Feminines. Next, we have the 10 of Cups. Okay, so like I said, seeing all victory, love, for an example here, harmony, friendships in in this house. So it's like Slytherin, for an example, of Hogwarts. I mean, Slytherin is supposed to be the bad crew because of Draco, you know, the little whiny baby boy, basically, like, you know, the one who has daddy issues almost or something. It's like saying that Slytherin is just the house of the wicked. No, they have different beliefs in the way that they communicate and the way they will win the games, but they're loyal to each other in that house. It's not to say that because you're in the dark energy that there isn't a cult who hails this and hails that, okay, who believes in a certain thing. What I'm saying is now dilute that the energy you are in your life doesn't mean that you don't have friendships and you don't have partners and etc. The beauty of the twin flame journey and being aware of now your convictions and being aware of your salvation and your potential is that you need to come out of this energy in order to get what this really is. So I could just imagine what this really looks like for some of us. I could just imagine the harmony and the love and what we feel and what we feel like we can get after we sold our soul, or after we've just, it's like living out years without dealing with any of our core issues, and it's just building and building. All we know is darkness. Okay, there's very many levels to that, but I'm so glad that the 10 of Cups came out, because really what you're looking at is not going to be this success. This is how you will paint the picture. This is what the devil, for an example, will promise you. And this is what you'll see if you're in that realm. Okay, that's what you will be okay with. And it says that some people here, you could be a Capricorn, you could be a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, who's okay with living in this fictitious dream. Okay, it's a nightmare, and you feel that way as well, because there's no way you don't feel anything other than chained to darkness. Okay, so let's continue. We have the Ace of Wands. Okay, so it's feeding the fuel to the fire. But not only, you could also be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I'm calling all y'all out. Okay, it's raining right now, but right now it's actually a sun shower. Isn't that funny? It's a sun shower. It's bright as day out. You couldn't really tell in the camera. So, with the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, this is a pure potential card. So I'm not going to say that you are so much involved in, a cult, or involved in your job, or involved in one thing in specific. This is you trying to get success in all areas. Pure potential card is the Ace of Wands, because it doesn't talk about mental clarity, health, mental health and communication, or doesn't talk about endless love, doesn't talk about new paths and money. This talks about, when you grow this, when you plant this, it will grow. In our previous video about the Divine Feminine, in which she was still in this energy, was the last card in her spread. Now it's the first card in her spread. The Divine Feminines are realizing that they've only been successful in the dark. Okay, some of you may not realize it's the dark. That's what I'm saying. Some of you may just see it as that, but you still know, because of the divine journey that you're on, the twin flame journey, you are being preached and told the whole entire gospel. So again, with the sun shower here and the pure potential card, means that you're willing to plant that and watch more things sprout, more things grow. Also, in the previous Divine Feminine reading, we were talking about the beanstalk and watching it grow, remember? So go back and watch those videos. There's 3 parts to that. But now with the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, we're determined to feed some fuel to the fire. We're determined. And it's so funny that it's ironic that the fire with the water. So at the end of the day, you're never going to feel also that the love is going to waste. You're just going to know that the love only is bound in this energy. That could talk about how some of us really feel like it's not going anywhere, why we feel better when we have been denied by him and we're going solo, or why we feel better by denying him and we're feeling solo. It's because we're tired of the fire. There's a lot of argument. Look at this. You're in devil energy. It's when you come out of that you can renew it. So some of us are going to realize that the many times that I've been stressing it like a parakeet to dead it and to move forward, means that you shed skin. You're not a completely different being. You know what I'm saying? Even when you shapeshift, Mystique has to go back to being blue. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I hope you see that. Okay, we'll continue. The 2 of Cups. So it's safe to say that this Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, you guys, if you are the Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, or Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or Capricorn, focusing on you specifically. If you're one of those signs that I called out, you specifically are okay with venturing out in this. Some of you are okay with it because you understand exactly what this devil card means for you. You have actually seen your tools laid out on the table, and you said, well, you know what? The reason why I'm living and who I am today, the reason why I changed my name, right? I'm wearing different clothes. I have a different persona, and I'm still shape-shifted into someone else, is because I realized that I'm scared of what I can be. I'm scared of what I can do. I'm scared of the things that I know when I laid out my tools that I don't have, and I don't know how to repossess those. So some of us are but regardless, we're stuck in this energy, whether we want to see it or we don't. Again, I can't stress enough how we all know the gospel. We've all heard the gospel, and that means we all know our revelation, our own deficits. No one knows it more than you. So it's safe to say that a water sign, a fire sign, or a Capricorn is very okay with staying in this energy, acknowledging it. This is for those who want to acknowledge their dark energy and try to progress in that. This means that you're going to be going through the loop of it's not going to take you anywhere new, anywhere different, because you're realizing why it hasn't gotten anywhere new and hasn't been anything different. We spoke about this card in the previous Divine Feminine reading. Again, it's 3 parts. Go ahead and watch that because you're still in this devil energy, so it could really help. Okay, the 2 of Cups, obviously Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and signifies strength. We have the fire here element, whether it's a fire sign or not, but we have the fire element here of strength and needing to pull together, needing to do this. Well, it's not that you're needing to, even though the twin flame journey tells you something, but this journey of which you're going on another path is through the devil. You're needing to because you're stuck. You're needing to because you don't want to see this happiness disappear. But now, like I've always said in my readings as well, you bring them right along with you because it's a twin flame journey. Do you understand that? You bring them right along with you. It's your dream. It's your life. It's your fantasy. It's your love at the end of the day. It's a twin flame journey. So really, you guys are pulled through the same wire. Okay, if you want to stay in that energy, they will be too. Not to say that they're not going to go marry and pretend and fake a smile or even be happy and end and be in love, but they are always going to be suppressed right along with you because they can't succeed if you don't succeed. Does that make sense? The latter analogy in my previous Divine Feminine readings that are 3 parts was the Divine Feminine, for an example, being told to climb this ladder, and the Divine Masculine is still there, or he's not, and she's just like, is he going to climb it too? But worry about yourself, because that's when you know that you are elevating, okay? And what's the worst that can happen if you're elevating past this camera where you can't see me? At that point, you're not devastated about someone who's still below. That person wouldn't have been your Divine Masculine. Some of us are scared of feeling that. Some of us are scared of knowing that the person we're wasting time on, or the person that we've wasted already so much time on, isn't our Divine Masculine, or isn't some. But now, what are you really fixated on when you're in this energy? Nothing here has been. So, there's a lot of delusions, as I was talking about as well. This is also about, in the previous video, you'll hear me talk about how it's supposed to be an equal give and take, but it's not. Okay, you living on a promise, and that's what the devil can do. Okay, it's not that you sold your soul, but this is the energy you're living in, and that's what the devil can do in spirit, is keep you hoping on a promise. You sell your soul, you don't know when you're going to go. You just know that you're going to have what you have until you go. Okay, and some of us still don't even have anything, but we're keeping this dream alive. That's what we're doing. At the top of the deck, the 2 of Swords, okay? We're keeping that dream alive here, but there's something we don't see. We feel it. We don't know what to do. We don't know where to go. Someone's not leading us directly. Someone's not leading us straight. But the analogy of where we bring that person down with us, the Divine Masculine or the Divine Feminine, whoever's watching, is the analogy of this. Since we don't know, we don't feel anything, we don't know which way to go, we think it's because he's been promising us. No. That's a spirit of the devil. That's what you're in denial, okay? So you don't want to see. So how do you know who it is? All you know is you feel. That love is still there, and we can talk about a lot of this love. That'll fill up about what's going on back there, all that love, that water. I think you get confused. I mean, obviously, right? We got the moon, and it signifies the color of your feet. You don't know which way to go. You don't want to see, and you're defensive. You are in devil energy. You cannot blame anyone for the consumption that you're in. You cannot blame anyone for your weight loss, your weight gain, for anything that you decide to do because you don't want to do. You decided to sit here because you don't want to what? To get up, to move, whatever. But you feel a love here, and that's the beauty of it. That's the light that's always going to maintain without this help. You understand? That water